Hello everyone. This is a second attempt at my video on Little Pickle slash Love Not Open because the first one got taken down for bullying slash harassment. And looking at some of the criticism I got in that video before it got taken down, especially from one of my friends who thought I could have added a lot more detail in there, and he's right, I could have. But I thought originally I didn't want to make a 40-minute video, but apparently I really needed to. So thanks, Maku. I'll go do that now. You fucking dick. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this fucking piece of shit. So it has been 2 whole years since I first uploaded my first video on Little Pickle. A lot of things have kind of changed, especially in my life. However, one thing that stays the same is his inability to take lessons from his mistakes. So, we need to go back a month ago when my friend Zero decided to play Warframe and test out the new update and see the new content after, what, a year of not playing. It doesn't take 3 minutes before Pickle decides to blackmail and extort him as an attempt to get the video that I made removed. He tried to sweeten the deal by saying he'll delete the video he made on Zero, which no one cared about. Not a lot of people cared about the video I made on Pickle either, but apparently it was enough for him to cope and seethe for 2 years until he finally got the opportunity to message one of my friends to try and get it removed. We were intrigued by this, Ben especially, so Ben told him to go find some rope and go swing from it, which was, in my opinion, the appropriate response. But he didn't seem to like that very much, and because of that, he had a little bit of a tantrum.
What's up, everyone? Long-time PlayStation owner here.
I mean, as you could just tell from the opening to this video, you could tell just the level of intelligence and fucking social fucking awareness going on here. Oh boy, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted, Maku. This right here. You happy? You impressed? Is this doing it for you? Me cutting into individual clips and segments and reacting to it. Is this it? Is this what you want? I fucking hope so.
So, there's a certain chemical reaction that occurs when you mix all sorts of demographics into one single gaming world. And I mean all sorts of people with all sorts of different moral standings. There can be rich people, there can be poor people, people that just want to enjoy the game, people who are smart, people who are really, really, really not so smart. But here's the catch, it's only a game. So the people who appear smart could actually be really, really dumb. And the people who appear dumb may actually be really, really smart. Sometimes it's almost impossible to tell. And some may say that even makes the game more enjoyable.
Okay, so I'll save you the rest of the video because he goes on like this for a bit. He's attempting to be this fucking mad philosopher who's documented the fucking internet and gaming in general and critiquing it in its fucking past and present. Overall, very boring, very fucking shit video that doesn't really have a lot of substance to it. I could use more fucking adjectives in here to describe it. However, those adjectives will get the video removed, so I'm not going to do it. So I'll let you guys use your fucking imagination for it. Um, but yeah, let's just skip to the parts that, involve me, I guess.
And this is where the common bully comes into play, okay? Right? Someone who's a total coward in real life. They hide their face and they just wait for opportunities to spread hate. It's probably one of the easiest ways to promote evil.
So what I'm gathering from this is he's talking from personal experience. He seems to really not like bullies quite a bit. He seems to really hold a vendetta against anyone who bullies or does anything of that sort to individuals that are different. Um, which is very kindergarten-esque with the way he talks about it. It's almost as if because of the things he's probably had done to him that he's not really progressed past that point in terms of vocabulary at least. So it's kind of, I don't know, it really comes off as sad, really. It's a person really crying out for help here, and I don't really. Ooh, it's quite raw and full of emotion. I mean, his face, you could tell he goes through a lot of emotions with those facial expressions. You know, he really loves to show that mug off of his. And quite honest with you, I think we would all do a lot better if he didn't show his face. You know, because the mystery of not knowing who he was would have kept us from the horrible image that we currently have. So I don't know, champ. I don't think you're winning here.
The open chat box with literally no repercussions. But hey, freedom of speech, I guess. Not my cup of tea, but let's move on. You have to be smart enough to avoid these situations, okay?
Well, I guess Pico's a communist, aka someone who shouldn't breathe air, and on top of that, talks about being smart enough to avoid getting bullied, which I can definitely tell from his attitude towards bullies and his current actions, which has led to this video being made. He really should take his own advice, I guess, but I don't think he has the intelligence to do that, and I'll be proving it as this video goes on, I guess.
But some of these players are so vile and worm like that I felt the need to address this myself, like a man. And I mean, even I experience internet hate, and I'm a solid human being. I mean, I hold myself to high standards. I have other hobbies, and I have a real life. So I don't let it bother me too much, just brush it off and move on.
Just in that small segment alone, you could see why I'm including this clip. Just in that. If he wanted to move on, he would have shut his mouth, took the advice that I gave him in my first video, and just stayed away. That's all he had to do. Literally it. The video I made on him was 2 years ago, right? 2 fucking years ago. And this guy comes at this again, makes this video, doesn't even want to say us by name at this point, but we all know who he's talking about. And then has the audacity to talk about how he has a real life. Well, let's have a look at that real life, shall we? What life does our boy here seem to be living?
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, colour me impressed. What the fucking great life you are living, my friend. Holy shit.
I just feel like the immense joy I've experienced and the real friendships I have in real life outweigh that just greatly. But not everyone can say the same. I mean, not everyone is the same as I am. Some people aren't as fortunate, and they were given physical disabilities at birth. And this is where the sickest bullies appear. Why would you ever put someone down based off of their physical appearance? Even after seeing that they have a wonderful vocabulary and actually care about their craft? Physical disability is not mental disability. It's sad that some people would even stoop that low.
Yeah, man, how dare other people bully others for their circumstances in life, you know? That's such a terrible thing to do. Who on earth would do such a horrible fucking thing?
Bro, Sam,
What's up?
someone just messaged Rachel
What do you
on
mean?
the PlayStation.
Oh, block him. It's a dude. He's like autistic. Just block him. I'm sorry, Rachel. Just block him. He's some crazy stalker.
Dude, who is this dude?
No, he's some dude from Warframe. Just block him. Just block him. Block him. Sorry, Rachel. He's like
You know,
autistic.
he messaged and goes, "Do you, dude? I want to let me send it to you, bro."
Yeah, just send it to me. He has like
He
he has
goes,
like no education.
he goes, "Do you know?"
He's from Europe. He's like poor from Europe. He has no education.
He goes, he goes, "Do you know? Love Note is the king of incels."
Yeah, that was from a live stream he done a year ago, where he was playing Fortnite with his friends, his real friends, and I decided to drop one of them a nice message in which I compared them to a mass shooter known as Elliot Rodger, and he didn't seem to like the comparison in the video, so I wondered if his friends would like it. And as you could tell from the laughing and hysterics, they found it quite amusing, and they probably thought, man, he really does look like a mass shooter. So, you know, I'm not saying he's going to do something like that, but he does have that type of energy, doesn't he?
But I suppose you need to understand the inner workings of the bully, okay? They aren't strong. They are, in fact, mentally weak. They are cowards to the greatest degree. They hide behind a screen and never show their face. They lie and cheat just to make others feel bad. But it's because of who they are in real life. Bullies are so small. Do you hear me? They are insignificant molecules beneath your feet. Bullies will never face you head on. They're too afraid of what will happen to their precious little online ego. It's the only thing that keeps them going.
So, clearly, our friend Pickle, the communist here, doesn't understand the value of anonymity online and how much that can benefit an individual, given the fact that the internet does not allow for things to be properly deleted. And for that reason, he's going to find things a lot more difficult in his life because he's attached his face to a lot of the videos, and I have my hands on them. And let's say, for example, someone who's taken an interest in him, someone who considers him a vast wealth of entertainment, wants to continue taking the piss out of him for years to come, and when he's clearly done with uploading videos on YouTube and playing games on a PlayStation, let's say he now just uploads photos on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, well, it's going to be kind of easy to know if it's him based on the look, right? And someone can easily just follow from one place to the other. And let's say our friend Pickle here doesn't like a video that's been made about him and he tries to copyright strike it. You know, when you copyright strike a video, YouTube gives the person their full legal information that they've actually used in the creation of their account, including their email address, which can also be used to track back to where they are. So if someone really wanted to do those things to him, all he would need to do is try and censor himself by copyright striking his videos. To which point I recommend not doing that. However, I can't stop him. So if he wants to copyright strike the video, he totally can. But the ramifications from doing such an action, I don't think he'll like them very much because of the vast wealth of information that's properly available. So, yeah, this is the part where I'd like to remind you that you brought this on yourself, Sam. Sorry to say, but you did ask for it, so sorry.
And this is where I would like to address something personally. Because I know you're watching. There are a few of you, and I'm not even going to give you the attention. You don't deserve it. I'm not even going to say your name. But I know you're watching. You can't hurt me. And you can't hurt anyone. You feed your non-existent egos with chat rooms and skill-less video games. What are you going to do? Put a fake picture up and lie? Are you going to spread a rumor about me? Oh, I'm scared. The worst you can do is literally make something up. You have no ground, and you've never had any. Here I am, And I guarantee I am more of a man than you will ever be.
So that last bit in this video here was the only part that piqued my interest, and he gave me a lot of ideas. And because I know this guy and I know how his brain works, I decided to listen to what he says. He's like, "Okay, so you're gonna fake images? Yes. Are you going to lie? Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Um, I can't hurt you. Oh, we'll see about that, Chief. We'll see how far a video can get." So, me and the boys concocted a little plan, and the plan had to get put on delay, however, because a major development in Conclave happened. A Conclave YouTuber who is known in the community as Hachiro had been called out by one of his ex-clan members as being an alleged paedophile. Now, this shook everybody, including me, since Hachiro was one of my favourite people to kind of, laugh at, to say nicely. And I didn't believe the rumours myself. I really thought that this was just some young child lashing it out due to lack of mental development by being around such a stunted individual. However, upon deeper research on my end, without being in the newer chat rooms, after finding out who this alleged victim is, I discovered for myself that what so far I can find out rings true with what I have received from the individual. So, me being a person who despises monsters like that, online and in person, had decided to rally and help the cause to spread awareness. Now, Pickle, since he hates me, had decided to stand with this person who's had these allegations against him. And he stood by him in quite a weird way. He straight up personally attacked me and my support to this person who witnessed Hachiro's actions to this alleged victim who was underage, and proceeded to say that I had no grounds and that I was making up lies. Now, I found that quite entertaining because, well, I have this little screenshot right here, and here we see Pickle himself uploading a video on another Conclave player, straight up just calling him these labels without any evidence of proof. And in this video, all it is him getting his ass kicked in a game, which he says he doesn't take seriously, but he takes it seriously enough to hurl these allegations at people without any grounds at all. So I find it highly ironic when Pickle comes on my fucking doorstep and says, "Hey, you're lying about this person." So, because of all the things that happened, because the allegations came out, all these plans to screw with them was put on the back burner because it was more important at the time that these videos about Hachiro were released. And we waited and we waited and we waited, but Somnus didn't release a video about any of the evidence that he had. And I later found out it was because allegedly Hachiro had been threatening legal action. And that is fair enough. I mean, if a person's calling you such a harmful label that has such degradative effects on your personal life and your career, then no wonder he would reach for legal action. However, online it does make him look a bit guilty, but that's neither here nor there because he was never proven anything. So now that that's all been tied up, we decided to push on forward. And this is where Pickle decides to make this video here, going over some fake screenshots that were also made at the time to troll Hachiro before the allegations came out. Now, these screenshots weren't meant for his eyes. He just fell into the trap that wasn't even designed to fit him. And I was also very amused by this, and that further added to the proof that I knew that my plan would work to screw with him. So we'll be going over that video now.
Okay. I think we are going to have some fun with this one. This is going to be really interesting. Just a disclaimer. some of these images are disturbing. We'll get into it. I need it to be known that you cannot look these players up and attack them personally. We cannot do that, okay? That is not okay. This is not the purpose of that video. Let's just get right into it. Just needed to put a disclaimer. Okay, and again, these are images I found on a public YouTube video with no restrictions, so it's perfectly lawful for me to use. So let's just get into it. He's saying, we're welcoming to people who don't have a god complex and think they're some sort of Conclave spokesperson. So apparently this is about a Discord server that is trying to better Conclave, which is a game mode in Warframe with a very small player base. But wouldn't it be good to have a spokesperson in that instance? It's a weird argument, I don't know.
So it's kind of funny how he's saying, "Hey, let's have Hachiro as our spokesperson. Why are you all against it?" Well, it's not very good to have someone be the spokesperson when there's allegations about him being an alleged paedophile. So I don't know, bro. If you wanna help the chomos, up to you, bro. You can go on ahead, but I don't think that'll help you very much since clearly you were bullied for other reasons. I think this will really top the charts for that. So keep it on going, bud. You make the bed and you sleep in it. All I'm saying.
So now, immediately after commenting on his YouTube post or whatever, he goes straight to his little Discord and tries to bash this guy behind his back. You can tell because it says 5 seconds ago. So he immediately commented on the freaking video and went straight to the Discord. That doesn't seem very welcoming to me. Why would you start hate in the first place? Just let it go, dude.
So right here he's showing one of the fake screenshots that went real. The boys really put a lot of work into like making them look authentic and for Hachiro to fall for them. However, if we knew this guy would come along and also make a fool of himself, we wouldn't have put as much effort in. Which is kind of funny. So you can tell these accounts aren't real with the names. Like the nicknames on them just aren't real. The person who leaked them got the fake ones because he didn't have time to take them when he got removed. So that's how Hachiro got that from Sage Furry. None of this is real, and he falls for it hook, line, and sinker. So we'll skip over the vast majority of this video because he's talking about these people that aren't real, but we'll get to the part where he's displaying me and one of my friends, Scrublord, and we'll get to the part where he knows and he's going to talk with a bit more vitriol in his voice when it comes to us. So
Okay. And now instead of dropping it and letting it go, we have this clown jump in and brag about harassing this guy for years. He even posts his picture, and out of his own courtesy, I covered it up with some little anime girl, but that's just sad, dude. You have no friends in real life. You have no friends, dude. You're bragging about harassing this guy for years.
the funny thing here, Sam, I have no regrets in anything that I've done to this individual. I would never apologise to anything that has happened. Um, you know, especially now because I am after this, after everything that's happened with Hachiro and the allegations of him being a groomer. After all of that, I am now a firm believer that the ends do in fact justify the means. And if it wasn't for the constant hilarity that ensued with the videos I upload, the back and forward, the fact that he doxed himself and basically handed out all of his information to everybody to possibly grab and make fun of him for, if it wasn't for all of that, we wouldn't have the absolute biblical tier justice that's going to happen to this guy once these allegations are proven true. Um, so yeah, I don't feel bad at all for any of this actually. In fact, I'm enjoying the fact that he's living paycheck to paycheck in LA, potentially near Skid Row. Who knows? But either way, it's kind of entertaining. It's kind of funny, and I don't see it ever in my life not being funny. So good luck trying to moral fucking justify everything, trying to virtue signal your way into victory here. How dare that horrible Ribbium? Well, in fact, we both know That the only reason why you're doing this is to try and claim some type of high ground. And if you go back, you clearly don't care. You only care about it now, which is funny. So just so you know, no one cares. No one's listening to what you're saying here.
Distasteless, insensitive, bigotry. We all know what those letters stand for too. That's like someone shut down this server, bro. Someone shut the server down. You can't say that, dude. You're a clown. You can't say that. We all know it. Distasteless. Okay. And here he is just bashing disabled people again. I don't know why that's his go-to insult. It's like the only thing that he can say. But that's so insensitive. We all know you can't say that. Think about if a famous streamer posted that on their stream or their video, they would get shut down, dude. Pfft, you're dumb. Like, you can't say that shit. That's discrimination against a selective group.
You mean discrimination? Wait, you mean the thing that you done on your live stream with your friends that you were happily able to, mock an autistic person when you thought I was autistic? That thing that you done. The thing that you demonize now, but you were very happy to do so at one point or another. Incredible stuff. It's like just incredible. I can't put it into words. There's a word for people who make mistakes like that. It's individuals that can't recall anything that they've said ever, and they can't stick to one thing or another because they're social parasites. They have to claim to a big group in order to feel like they have something going in their lives. Now, our friend Pickle here, what he's got going on is like a bathroom to himself and a basement for storage and a few rooms all to himself. But when dinner time comes around and his mum shouts on him, Sam, dinner's ready. And Sammy is up in his chair in his little gaming lair ready to play some Destiny 2 raids. And he's like, oh boy, dinner time. And he runs down his carpeted stairs and he sits at the table with his mum and dad, and they're like, hey man, what have you been up to all day? And he has to awkwardly sit there and try and explain Destiny to his parents while they're sat there just kind of embarrassed at the fact that their son isn't really doing much with his life. So, yeah, man, I'm kind of happy where I am. I don't need to justify my existence by virtue signaling, but go on ahead, man, it's really entertaining.
And I don't know if he thinks stuff like this is funny, but it's just racially insensitive. If anyone knows, this is a reference to the Tiananmen Square of 1989. I don't know if he thinks it's funny, or if he even knows what it is. He might think he's referencing something else. He's so dumb. He's so dumb.
Well, even though these screenshots are fake, I still find what he's showing is kind of funny. Wasn't my idea to put the joke there. It was one of my other members that decided to make this. But I still think it was a masterclass job, absolutely top tier entertainment. I give the editing ability in HTML a 7 out of 10, but I'm a bit picky, so you'll learn, you'll get better in the future, I'm sure.
And this is just more racially fueled stuff. Disclaimer again, I don't want to get too much into it. You can see what that image is. It's obviously a field of cotton. That's not good. Like, insensitive. Come on, you can't post that. Insensitive, racist. Let's be real right off the bat. You can't even argue it.
I mean, what's wrong with picking cotton, bro? Like, what's wrong with it? Can you tell me what's wrong with it? Why that's bad? People need to do it in poor countries, of course, and those poor countries only have one type of people there, and I'm sure as shit, like they're not going to import some Koreans to do it. They might, I don't know. They might not care about America's past and just want to get the job done. And someone just took a photo of it. I don't see what's racist about it. Can you go into detail about that and why that's racist, please? Because I really want to know your take on it.
Okay, let's think about this one rationally as human beings. From Hachi's Facebook, which he at one point had linked to his YouTube. Look at that date. 2017. Do you know what year it is now? 2023. You're a stalker, dude. You're just stalking this kid at this point. Like, get a restraining order on this kid, bro. Somebody get a restraining order on this kid.
This one's interesting because this was the one screenshot that was barely doctored at all. Those are real images that were there that I posted. Um, but to go into detail, when Hachiro had uploaded videos early on and the things between me and him were at their peak, I had noticed that in his About Me section on his channel, he had decided, for whatever reason, to upload a link to his Facebook. So, as anyone would, if you post a public link on your channel and you think, you know what, that's a great idea, I'm just going to have that there for everyone to see. I decided to click on it, and it was public. It's not like it was private, or I forced my way in there, or I pretended to add him to be his friend to see it. It was just public. And I just scrolled down a little bit because he's not used it in years and found those quotes. And do you want to know what's even more interesting? His friend sent me a link to his Instagram, and I found this image here, which displays the exact same behaviour from 2017. And again, this is while all the allegations about him being a potential paedophile is like fucking just fresh. And I find this. So his behaviour hasn't changed in years. He still has the same incel mentality against women. And this isn't new. This has been around for years. And to get these fresh screenshots from his new Instagram that he still uploads on and he's now privated because of, the fact that we've got all this screenshot evidence of how he behaves. It's like, okay, great. There's nothing new here. There's no illegal activity here. I haven't done anything to get any of this stuff. It was there for me to just look at publicly. So I just done it. Um, so if he has an issue with it, then I don't know, maybe private your accounts and like not act like a retard online. How about that? That would be a much better option, wouldn't you think?
Take a seat, because we got him here, boys and girls. I pulled this up from my analytics of a stream 2 years ago, and this is him. The only reason his name is green is because I deleted the comments. This is him. We know you couldn't have shot up that uni on your own. Really. That's a career ender. That's enough for you to live under a rock for the rest of your life. Do you realize if a famous streamer said that, they would be canceled indefinitely? Do you know how many people have died in tragedies like that? That is the worst and the lowest of the low. You're pure scum. Hide your face. Hide your face forever.
Well, thank God I'm not a big streamer then, eh? Thank God. The stream he's showing there with the comments is the live stream that, he was openly bashing people from Europe and autistic people, thinking that would affect me somehow. So, see that rock that you think I'm going to be under or whatever? You might want to find one for yourself because, I don't know, man, that's kind of a bad clip to show. It's a reference to make me look bad when it really doesn't help you at all either.
And just a disclaimer again, please do not attack these people in any way. Don't look up their accounts and attack them. That was not the purpose of this. I just felt like attention needed to be brought towards it, honestly. It's just, it's something.
Well, that's something we both can agree on. It certainly was something. Now, that's the build-up finally out the way. Maku, you happy? Is this good now, bud? Yeah, we all good? You happy? Over 30 minutes just for the build-up? We all good? That's the level of detail you wanted? Got it, pal, got it. I'm glad you like it. So, the plan was set in motion. But first we needed a way to contact the guy. We needed a way that was inconspicuous. So, I decided to make a fresh PlayStation account with a weird Japanese woman name and an anime profile picture because that's the type of person that goes for these types of things, will fall for the obvious bait. And I decided to reach out to him and DM him and give him a sob story. And yeah, It worked quite well. It took him a while to respond at first, and I was kind of worried in case he didn't fall for the bait. You know, it all hinged on that first reply. If I can get him to reply once, okay, just once, it can allow me to go into and sending him these screenshots. Now, these are the screenshots as follows. I made them using the HTML ability to edit things on web browser. So I opened up Discord on browser, I hit F12, and I used inspect element or whatever the fuck it's called in other places to find the areas of text and edit them. I didn't add any photos here, even though this is like a black smudge. I decided at that point, I was like, I don't want to just put like a random family with a disabled child on it, right? So I just decided to block it out and just smudge it around the edges to make it look like it was hand blocked out. I then sent these messages to him, and he really went for it. But at that moment, an epiphany just fucking was reached. I reached a moment of clarity. I was like, what if I give him another ability to read these over to find out if these are fake or not? What if I gave him that chance? So I decided to not only shit in his fucking cereal, I decided to spit in his mouth a little bit and told him to censor the photos even further. And that's the version that you see in his video where he censors these images. And the results of that was quite funny. He thought it was then poignant to, tell me how much of a hero I am and that I've saved lives and whatever the fuck that means. Have I saved you, Sam, being this mystery hero to take down the big bad Ribbium? Well, I think that is the case. I slain him good, didn't I? So he then replies saying, "Oh, I'm going to make a very thought out video," which is ironic when you see the final thing that he uploaded.
This is pathetic, dude. This is absolutely pathetic. So this person is saying that they have an autistic son, and their microphone was on, and he could hear this person's autistic son in the background. Look at what he's saying about this person's autistic son. And I can't fake these. This is from 2019. This is before I even played Warframe. Dude. You have no friends in real life, dude. Who the fuck says that? Just, dude. Oh my god. You're pathetic.
Okay, so by now you'll get the point. He uploads videos, says, "I'm a big meanie, I don't deserve this, and if this were true, then that would happen," right? It basically boils down to it. I won't respond to the rest of this fucking video because it's the same stuff as his previous ones. However, this next clip is the most important bit, and it's kind of funny.
Dude, you have no clue. Me and you in real life, dude. Oh my god. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, dude. You're an ant.
That's right, folks. You've heard it here. He wants to fight me IRL. When I first heard that little clip at the end, I was honestly just blown away at the type of reaction I got from him for such little effort. The original plan as well, I had this video all lined up like a fake YouTube account for this Yuki Yuna character. I had one of my friends here just like record herself, and I gave her a little script to do. We had a good time recording it, I cashed in one of my favors to get that done. We had a blast. She enjoyed recording it. It was great fun. I didn't even have to use it to get him to believe the story. So, another thing, you may be wondering what happens next. He uploaded the video, what was next? Well, boys and girls, it's not the end of the saga. Because right as he uploaded his video, he DM'd the Yuki Yuna account, and he also DM'd my main PlayStation account. Both of these messages are here, and honestly, at this point, I was like, okay, what if I don't spill the beans? What if I let this ride for a bit and pretend to be on panic mode? But then it hit me. I was like, nah, can't do that. It'll just draw this out longer than it needs to be. The guy's already going to be top tier seething when he figures out what happened. I had to quickly save the video to then use it in this because I thought originally he was going to delete it once he found out the truth. Turns out he didn't. Turns out he has just disabled the comments on both videos about Discord screenshots and has proceeded to then cope and seethe on YouTube Shorts and upload little mini videos because he was kind of waiting for the inevitable hammer to drop. This has been drawn out quite long. I would have dropped the hammer a hell of a lot sooner if there wasn't more like card wrangling to be done to get this video about Hachiro out from the previous clan member that was alleging that he was a paedophile. So I waited, I let him upload more clips because I knew the more he'd upload, the more I'd be able to fit in this video, and all of them are quite funny.
You're in over your head, clown. There's a big difference between me and you, bro. I've never committed a crime in my life. I have real evidence against you, you idiot. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fake something, and it's gonna come back to me, and they're like, oh, this guy doesn't have anything on his record? It's gonna come right back to you, bro. There's a big difference between me and you. You're way in over your head, dude. You're way in over your head, bro.
So when I seen this one, I was thinking, what real evidence does he have? And to this day, I'm still waiting on this real evidence. He brings up my record. Nope, sorry, bud. Not been arrested, so best of luck. And what else? Oh yeah, that I'm in over my head and I'm a clown. Amazing. Top quality content, ready for coping and seething, I see. Very good. Give us a bigger close up. I want to see all those blackheads on your nose, bud. That's all I want to see. I just want to see a close up of those micro colonies and clogged pores. That's top fucking quality content.
I'm peeved that I keep seeing this when I'm 22 years old and I have been a magnet for this level of since I was 9. You really are a smart kid, and yet you haven't matured. And please, just call me Lewis. The name Ribbium makes everyone see me as some Conclave legend, when I really couldn't give a shit. You're not even good at video games, dude. You're delusional. You're not even good at video games. You think you're some kind of legend. All right, Lewis.
All right, Sam. Sure, bud. You can laugh and snigger if you want. You know, the thing is that comment was directed at an individual called Dying Light, and he messages me every so often to get my reaction. I've had DMs from people asking about certain bollocks in the game. I've had people reach out and make videos. I've done all that sort of stuff, right? So that's why I'm making this comment. It's not an overinflated ego because he's right. It's a video game. No one cares. Even if I was good at it, who cares? It was never about that. It was never about playing games. The only reason why I stuck around on Warframe for as long as I did was to farm individuals like him and get the most amazing screenshots and content as possible from them coping and seething and raging. That way I can compile it all into a nice little folder and look through it when I'm finally done with it and reminisce on the best fucking times ever. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the saga. It's been a wild ride. It should never have spanned as long as it did, but overall, I'm happy with how things have turned out. Now, you might be wondering, what can he do at this point? What can Sam do at these pinnacle crossroads he's got? Because he's got three paths he can take. He can go with option number one and copyright strike the video, which will do absolutely nothing because I'll just have it re-uploaded infinitely everywhere else on different websites, on different platforms that don't really care about censorship and all these other things like YouTube does. Option number two, he can make a response video and reply to everything I said in this video and try and debunk it if he likes. Okay, he can go for it, but I'll just make another video and he'll keep on going back and forward, debunking each other's channels and calling each other names. It's up to him if he wants to do that, but he'll get bored before me and inevitably go for option number three, which is do nothing, pretend I don't exist, and just keep making random videos about him staring at washing machines. And that's about it. He's only got those choices. I know which one's a better idea for him to go for, but I don't want to put ideas in his head because I've done that enough for the last month or so. And another thing, it took him 2 years to finally cope and seethe hard enough to try and get the first video removed. That was 2 years he's taken to try and have some leverage or some time pass to beg me to take it down because clearly it's been on his mind ever since. So now that there's two videos up, all because of his actions, all because of everything he's done. He couldn't stay away. He couldn't take the warning and leave. So now it's, I don't even know, will it end, Sam? You tell me, because I've got, you've got your face there. You've got that there. I can potentially find more content to make later on. Social media is a powerful tool, and it's wide open to the world to access. So, I might find more things to make fun of later on in the future. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Because I don't think it will end anytime soon on my end anyway. I'm not done here. So this is just one of the many sagas to come. This is just a preview of what can happen. So yeah, that's it. I want to thank everybody for watching and bearing through this video that is over 40 minutes long. I want to thank everyone in my group that helped me put all this together, all the screenshots that have been collated over the last few months to put in this video. And I want to say fuck you to Maku, because instead of just having a 20-minute video where we cut to the chase and show all the important things, he wanted all this build up, all this lore, all these screenshots, and me to react to every single video. So yeah, man, hope you're happy with this. And if you haven't watched the whole thing, then fuck you, because this is what it's done to me, right? I've sat here and done this just for you. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't care about likes or anything. Just leave me a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know you're there. All right. See you guys later.